Good morning, friends. Today we are going to see the functions of management. The functions of management relate to those activities that help in value addition and also in achieving the goals and objectives of organizations. As we know that management is the attainment of organizational goals in an effective and efficient manner through planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling organizational resources. Organizational resources include human beings, money, machines and materials. Now we are going to see one by one all the basic functions of management. Now you know that management involves 5 basic functions and these functions are organized to achieve any organizational goals. So these are the important functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. Now we will see one by one all these functions. First is planning. Planning is determining the objectives and formulating the methods to achieve them. It is more simply said than done. A job well planned is half done. During planning, one needs to ask oneself the following questions. What am I trying to accomplish? That is, what is my objective? What resources do I have and do I need to accomplish the same? What are the methods and means to achieve the objectives? Is this the optimal path? So, planning is deciding in advance what is to be done, how is it to be done, and when it is to be done. It involves projecting the future course of action for the business as a whole and also for different sections within it. So planning is basically a fundamental function of management, and all other functions of management are greatly influenced by the planning process. Very often the planning process is described to be prerogative of the top management. The fact though is that planning permits all levels in organization, and every manager, irrespective of their position in the management hierarchy, must plan within the limits of their authority and the decisions of their seniors. Now second function is organizing. Organizing is the next function of management. It may be conceived of as the structuring of functions and duties to be performed by a group of people for the purpose of attaining the organization's objectives. So in organizing, we are determining what is to be done or how is the division of work, assign tasks, that is departmentalization, link departments, hierarchy development, decide how much authority to designate, authority, responsibility and delegation, decide the levels at which decisions are to be made, centralization versus decentralization, and decide how to achieve the coordination. Thus, division of work among people and coordination of their efforts to achieve specific objectives are the fundamental aspects of the organizing. Now, problems of organizing arise only when group efforts are involved. Activities by one person cannot possibly be organized in the sense in which the term is used. Similarly, an organization always intends to achieve objectives, and thus it is a means to an end and never an end in itself. So for better results, organizing is very important. Now next is coordination. Coordination has been advocated as a separate function of management by many authorities, including FAO. Coordination deals with harmonizing work relations and efforts at all levels for some common purpose. It may be described as the process of unifying individual efforts for the purpose of accomplishing the group goals. Sometimes coordination is confused with cooperation, and it is thought though there is a cooperation, coordination will automatically follow. While cooperation helps achieve coordination, it is by no means the sole condition for the latter to follow. One can take example of a cricket match. Without coordinated efforts on the part of the players, it is difficult for the team to win a match. So coordination is not a spontaneous thing. Coordination can be by rules or procedures. It can be by targets or goals. It can be achieved through the hierarchy. Then coordination can be through departmentalization, using a staff assistant for coordination, using a liaison for coordination, using a committee for coordination, using independent integrators for coordination, and coordination through mutual adjustment. Now next important function of management is staffing. Now there are many definitions of staffing. One definition can be selecting and training individuals for specific job functions and charging them with the associated responsibilities. Or one can define staffing as number of employed personnel in an organization or program, which is also called as a workforce. So it is through the function of staffing the different positions in the organization structure are filled. The staffing process therefore provides an organization with an adequate number of competent and qualified personnel at all levels in the enterprise. So staffing is very important and it is a continuous function. A new enterprise has to employ people to fill positions in organization. In an established, factors such as death, retirement of employees, and frequent changes in organization's objectives as well as changes within the organization itself, making staffing a continuous function of the management. Next is directing, or it is also called as leading. Now, mere planning, organizing, staffing are not sufficient to set tasks in motions. The management may have well coordinated plans, properly established duties and authority relations, and able personnel. But it is through the function of directing that manager is able to get employees to accomplish their tasks. Directing provides positive and dynamic leadership. It provides maximum opportunities. It provides proper motivation for personnel, which is very important, and ability to command the people. Now last is controlling. While directing, the manager explains to subordinates the work expected of each of them and also helps them to do their respective jobs so that enterprise objectives can be achieved. Yet even then, there is no guarantee that work will always proceed according to one's plans. It is this possibility of actions deviating from the plan and necessitates constant observation of actual performance so that appropriate steps may be taken to ensure the conformance. Thus, control involves compelling events to conform to plans. Now, in controlling concepts, there are three important things, three types of controls. Feed-forward control, which attempts to identify and prevent deviation before they occur, and sometimes it is called preliminary or preventive control. Another is concurrent control, control that monitors ongoing employee activities during their progress to ensure they are consistent with quality standards is called concurrent control. And feedback control, the control takes place after the action, sometimes called post-action or output control. So, in the control process, there are certain steps like establish standards of performance, measure actual performance, compare performance to standards, and take corrective action. So here we have seen the basic functions of management. I hope you have understood. Any queries? Welcome. Thank you.